while with those laws. All right, and as I close, my friend passed out something here, which is so disturbing because for 4 years I've been working on this issue. They say on there, it was an election issue. Folks, I won my election 82%. The next time I was unopposed. I've been working on this for 4 years. Chip Rogers didn't need to pass these laws to get reelected, I can promise you that. I introduced these bills the first time I was ever in the legislature. All right, so for someone to say, well, they're doing it for re-election purposes is insane. And I wrote the whole law. There was nobody else to help me. I did the whole thing. My friend passed out in this sheet here.
To begin my comments on the law, I would like to thank some of the people that are here and some of the people that have been working with me on this legislation. First and foremost, Senator Zamarripa. He and I have been in constant contact about this bill, this issue, this language since last year. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce has done great work on this, particularly Attorney Ralph Perales, who I'm sure you'll hear from later this afternoon. I've met a few times with the Mexican consulate. I've met with contractors. I've met with contractors' organizations. I've met with home builders. I've met with home builders' organizations. I've met with hospitality industry people and their organizations. I've met with people from the manufacturing industry. I've talked to people from law enforcement, and I've worked with the Prosecuting Attorney's Council. That's not an exhaustive list, but those are some of the people I've been working with on this bill, and I want to thank all of them for their important input.
Get reelected, I can promise you that. I introduced these bills the first time I was ever in the legislature. All right, so for someone to say, well, they're doing it for re-election purposes is insane. And I wrote the whole law. There was nobody else to help me. I did the whole thing. My friend passed out in this sheet here. And I only call this into question because it gets tiring of being attacked. I talk about the law. I'm not here to attack anybody else. That's not what it's about. We discuss issues based on the law, not attacking personal individuals. But I see this nonsense about, Chip Rogers went to Mexico. And there was an email saying Chip Rogers went to Mexico. And then that was changed, well, he really went to Arizona. And then that was changed to, well, when he was there, he was led around on some trip by Minutemen. Folks, here's the bottom line. I paid out of my own pocket, not government, to go to the border so I could witness it firsthand myself. Didn't go to Mexico, went to Arizona, okay? I was led around on this trip by a retired Border Patrol agent who spent 30 years working for the Border Patrol and serving the United States military and had lived in that county almost his entire life. He was not a Minuteman, he was a Border Patrol agent, a retired Border Patrol agent. I wanted to get the true story. Yet then I have to have emails sent out by, and I don't know why it focuses on me, why we just don't talk about the law, but the emails have to be sent out saying, well, Chip Rogers did this, Chip Rogers did that. I mean, if you can't even get that straight, it calls into question everything else that you're printing. And I'm asking you, everything I've said here today, document it. I don't care. Check it out. The laws I brought, we got handouts right there. Every one of them is in black and white. I'm not making this stuff up. If you don't believe it, you can read the law. I'll leave you with this. This issue boils down to one thing. We all know what the law is. The law is right there in black and white. There's no question about that. There's a group of us, I think a vast majority of us, who believe the law ought to be enforced equally to everybody. You don't get to pick and choose your laws. There's another group that believes because they don't like the law that you don't have to enforce it. And all Senate Bill 529 did was say, there's the federal law, now let's enforce it. It's as simple as that.